A couple years ago, way back actually, Cammy Cakes, really good friend of mine and great D2 YouTuber, put out a video on his channel about his favorite Destiny YouTubers. He kind of did it as a celebration of when his channel hit 100,000 subscribers. I thought it was a really nice thing to do, and I watched the video because I was a growing content creator at the time and was really interested in Cammy's video. And the #1 content creator that he mentioned people should keep an eye out for at the end of his video was actually me. And no one had told me that I was on the video. I just kind of found out for myself. And it was really touching. I've always appreciated that. I told him I appreciated it so much. He's just a great guy. And I always wanted to do something like that. I just kind of forgot. I hit 100K a long while ago. We actually recently just hit 450K. And I figured now, you know, better late than never. I thought it would be a great idea to carry on that tradition. I just want to go over a list of Destiny 2 streamers and YouTubers who I just think are great. And some of them are not partnered on Twitch. Some of them are streaming a lot, and I think they deserve way more eyeballs than they get. Many of them get a good number of eyeballs, but even with that number of attention, I still think they are deserving of far more attention. So really today, I just want to go over my personal favorite list of Destiny 2 content creators that I think you should really absolutely go check out in the Witch Queen. But before we talk about that, I got a question to ask you. Do you like games? Do you like things that are free? Do you like awesome characters that may or may not awaken things inside you? Well, buddy boy, do I got what you need. It's a little thing called
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, you know I'm still on that raid train, fellas, and today I'm gonna give you my top 5 most wanted champions and why I need them. Number 5, Minaya, because she looks like if Snow White didn't need to be rescued and only wanted to kick your ass. Number 4, Fearmonger, because he's medieval Jason Voorhees. Number 3, Pixneal, because goddamn those weapons and goddamn that hair. Number 2, Roxum, because he's an awesome magically jacked up chameleon. And number 1, Ursine Ice Crusher, because I think he needs a hug, and that's the best goddamn name I've ever heard in my life. One thing about the game that I really enjoy is just how much fun summoning champions over at the portal is. Yeah, the combat kicks ass, but there's nothing quite like dropping a few shards and getting a fresh new champ for the team, especially if they're one I've never gotten before. Raid has got a ton happening this month, with a fresh rotation of the Brutal Hydra boss and a ton of events and tournaments every single day, including some special Valentine's Day events where you can get your hands on a brand new legendary champion. And if you want an even bigger head start, all you gotta do is hit the link in the video description and all new players will get a free champion, the mighty Vergis, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in-game. You'll find these rewards right here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Once you're in, you can find me in-game under the name Fall Uwoot, and if you're fast, you can join my clan. It's just that easy. Click the link in the video description and I'll see you in-game. All right, back to the content. Okay, first up on our list of people I strongly recommend that you check out is going to be my good friend Mudkip, aka Kipper. He is just a terrific, terrific guy. I met him at Guardian Con, man, a long while back. Back when I was still going to Guardian Con. Damn you, COVID. Such a nice, friendly guy, and he's been a member of my community for a really long time. He actually was a member of my community. I saw his name pop up in Twitch chat a ton, and we got to talking. We did a bunch of games together, and now he's a person who I routinely play with. I'm actually really bummed. I reached out to him trying to get him on my day 1 raid team for the new Witch Queen raid, and damn, he's on another team. Huge bummer. It's fine though, because we actually have our day 1 Witch Queen raid team, which I can announce on Twitch if you want to come swing by and hear me talk about it. It's going to be a great day 1 raid team. Mudkip is fantastic. He's incredible at PvP and he's incredible at PvE. He's a diehard Titan main. So if you're out there and you're looking for a great Titan player to watch, who, you know, he just deserves so much more attention than he gets right now. He's just such a charming guy, but he'll play every class. You know, he's done a lot of really funny things with the Hunter and the Cryosthesia sidearm. He's just always looking for fun new stuff to do. Just a really hilarious guy and just unbelievably talented. I just don't have enough good things to say about him. Please check out Mudkip, just a terrific dude. Next content creator I want to shout out is Lightrazor. This guy, like Mudkip, has been a member of my community for a while. Not everybody I'm going to go over today has been a, quote, member of my... This is not just me shouting out people from my Twitch chat, but... Lightrazor he's one of the founders, you know, first people to sub to me on Twitch. I've been friends with him for a long time, and he streams very regularly, and he's really, really good at PvP. Very talented. If I'm ever in a mood where we're not really a service, quote unquote, Twitch stream anymore. I used to do a ton of trials carries back in the day. We've kind of pumped the brakes on that. I still do love helping people go flawless, but I don't try to dedicate every, you know, Friday carved in stone, because it can get quite stressful. But Lightrazor was one of my go-to guys. If I needed somebody to help me play PvP, like, hey man, we got someone who really wants to go flawless. I'm looking for someone who just knows how to play PvP. He knows how to read the map. He's just deadly. He knows the game like the back of his hand. We can communicate and do call outs together, but I don't need to go too hard because he knows what's going on. It's one of those situations where you have a teammate who just really has that intuitive game sense about what's up. And again, just such a great guy. He's really funny. He ribs me in my Twitch chat, the bastard, relentlessly over small things. But I think that's the sign of a good friend, because at the end of the day, I just think he's a wonderful guy. Hey, if you're into other stuff too, he streams, you know, Pokemon. He'll stream other games. He's just not married or committed to Destiny, but he's very great, very nice, and I always just wish nothing but the best for him. I'm gonna link everybody's, you know, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, whatever, down in the video comment section. But Lightrazor, absolutely 100% check him out for good vibes and good PvP plays. Next streamer I'd like to talk about is Flip the Giant. This dude is super, super funny. I met him for the first time back in the day when I was flown out to the UK to co-shoutcast a Gambit tournament with My Name is Bife, which was just maybe one of the most memorable weekends that I've ever had as a content creator. This was right when Gambit came out and everybody was crazy about it. Now it's a little beaten to death. Waiting for that Gambit revamp, Bungie. But I met a ton of just wonderful people out in the UK, and Flip the Giant came up, and his name is very, very spot on. The dude's like 7 feet tall. He's literally like a Brit Captain America. He's just this giant man, but he was so jovial and welcoming, and like I think he could tell I was kind of like, I mean, I was hyped to be there for the tournament in the UK, and it was my first time meeting Bife, really. But dude, he was just so welcoming, and he came up, and I found out eventually later on that, you know, I was like, oh, you were streaming? That's the guy from the UK. And I checked out his stream, and it was just a laugh riot the whole time. He's so welcoming, and he's just a really great player. Like I've brought him in for plenty of times in my chat. Like brought him in for Iron Banner. We've done raids together. We've done Grandmaster Nightfalls. He's just a really helpful guy. Every time I tune into his Twitch, he's just playing with people and just being friendly and accommodating to new players. It's just, we need more people, I think, like Flip in the community. And if you're unfamiliar, I strongly recommend you go check out his channel. Next content creator is going to be Awoken Queen. This girl is just so unbelievably friendly and warm and welcoming. Every time I raid her on Twitch, she always has this super big smile, like just, you know, one of those smiles that can like light up a room. I've met her at Guardian Con numerous times. She's even done cosplay, like D2 cosplay at Guardian Con. I just don't have enough kind things to say about her. Unbelievably charming, always streaming. She is partnered, for the record, but I do still think that even though she already has that check mark, I just, you know, she just deserves so much love and attention. I think she's like a pillar, an unsung pillar of the D2 community. Does a lot of PvE content. I think she still does primarily console. I know for a long time she was streaming only on console, didn't do a lot of PC streaming. I do need to check, see if she's got that PC up yet or not, but I don't think it really matters too much because we have cross save, cross play, who cares, whatever. You can play with her no matter what. Her community is very friendly too. It's always really important to me, or really nice to see, when you go into, you're checking out a new streamer, new content creator, new whatever for the first time. And it's not only about you go in and they have a great attitude and they're fun and they're entertaining to watch, but their community is super welcoming too. They just, you know, doors on open, come on in. They make you feel welcome. They'll talk to you about anything. It's just a really positive, upbeat community she's got going on. And yeah, go check her out. It's never a bad time watching Awoken Queen on Twitch. Next up, we have Ayotera, who is actually relatively new to my knowledge circle, I guess, which is shocking because Ayotera is partnered on Twitch. His YouTube channel, man, his YouTube channel deserves way more attention. I've now made 2 YouTube videos which have directly referenced strategies that I've picked up directly from Ayotera. One of them was a very, very quick Grandmaster speedrun on the Lake of Shadows to farm, you know, adept weapons or whatever. And then the other strategy was the super fast, like 6-minute run. One time we got like a 5:59 run of Legend Dares of Eternity. If you're into speedrunners, PvE Destiny speedrunning content, Ayotera is your new guy. You just write that name down. Whatever activity comes out in a PvE capacity, Ayotera is going to figure out how to do it really, really quickly. And I appreciate that because it's a talent. It's a really great skill to be able to do that. When I was putting out my main ingredient, quote, farm video, because farming that gun is just a huge pain in the ass. But when I wanted to put that video out, I randomly got a DM from Cammy who was like, hey, you know how we were, because I was talking to Cammy about strange coin farming. Cammy goes, hey, we're going to keep strange coin farming today, but we got this new strategy. Do you know Ayotera? And I had just known him from my previous Lake of Shadows video. And I went, oh yeah, sure. I know him, the speedrunner guy, right? So we went into a fire team with him and his friends and, you know, clan members. And they were all really friendly. And he was very thorough in explaining everything about the speedrunning strat that we were trying to do. I told him I was trying to make a video on strange coin farming. He was very helpful. He wanted to make sure I had all the details, all the information down. I was writing the script live in my Twitch chat, and he was chiming in with helpful comments about, you know, the mechanics and why, you know, getting around them. Don't do this, but do this. Stand here, don't stand here. If you stand here, you may botch the speed run, all stuff like that. He was just unbelievably helpful, just a terrific guy. And again, Witch Queen is around the corner, and I am 100% going to be tuning into Ayotera, YouTube, Twitch, wherever, to make sure that I have all the up-to-date strategies on speedrunning stuff. Check him out. Next content creator, Danfinity. Really, really funny guy. Danfinity I've known for a long time. He's actually a member of Planet Destiny, one of the long-standing YouTube names in Destiny history. Danfinity, very, very warm and very funny. If you're into PvE stuff, Dan has got your back. Go check him out. You are absolutely going to laugh. He's got a very silly vibe going on in his Twitch channel, but it's all part of the experience, and you're really not going to regret checking him out for pretty much anything he's doing when he goes live. I actually think that fairly recently, if I remember correctly, he was just given the honor of community focus on Bungie, on ye old Bungie.net. They named him community focus, which is so well deserved. Again, like you tune into him. He's got that real kind of be kind to other people vibe. He's just always really easy to talk to. Welcoming to new players, just so funny and just very knowledgeable about PvE stuff. Always willing to have a conversation and just level-headed, great guy. Please check out Danfinity. Next content creator, we've got Kung Foy. Kung Foy is a Warlock main who something I can really appreciate. Plays a lot of D2, plays a lot of PvP. Unlike most Warlock mains out there, for whatever reason, I'm not here to judge, Kung Foy is a dedicated heal lock main. So you got a bunch of jabronis like me zooming around the map on Top Tree Dawnblade like a bunch of assholes. You're like, oh, I'm good. you know, riding the glide of Icarus Dash. And Kung Fui is really dedicated to trying to play a class that her is very fun and kind of challenging and unique. I know that recently the Radiant Well class has kind of gone up in viability due to the fast regen time of the super. But even before that, man, she was rocking it. So I think it's a really unique perspective that she has. I can always appreciate someone who is a specialist at something. I think it's very interesting to me that people, you know, they try to main a certain class, they dive deep into it, and you learn a lot. It's an interesting new way to play the game. I don't know. Sometimes I'm inspired, legit, to go into PvP after watching her play as a heal lock, because I think it's just a different way to play. And every time she comes into my chat, every time I go into her chat, she's just super chill, very funny, great vibes, always welcoming. You should really check her out. She's not partnered, I believe, which to me is just an absolute crime. Absolutely 100% deserving of partnership. Check her out. Very friendly if you're a Warlock main and you wanna, you know, you want that different PvP perspective. You want that different subclass main experience. Go check her out. All right, next up we have D Flawless. D Flawless got on my radar from his just relentlessly aggressive approach to content, which, you know, work ethic wise, really respect. He just kept popping up on my Twitter feed. And like I just had to check him out because constantly, just every other day, just appearing on my Twitter feed with these super funny videos, man. Like this guy is hilarious. If you're looking for just a content creator who is pure raw funny, this guy just lighten up TikTok, man. Lighten up Twitter. He's just like, I don't know, like how does he sit down and think of all the funny shit that just, I don't know. He's got he's built different, man. He's got a brain that is wired for entertaining content. Like I wish that I had his level of, he just must be sitting at the breakfast table just brainstorming funny shit. Or maybe it just comes to him naturally. I don't know, because I'll just open up TikTok, I'll open up Twitter or whatever, and he's there, and it's always funny. Sometimes you can have funny people and, you know, the little too sharp, you know what I mean? Like, you know, worried might have a conversation with him. It's like, you know, talking to a stand-up comedian at a show or something like that. You're worried he's gonna, you know, do a couple of jokes about you or something like that. No, he's just a really friendly guy. I actually haven't played with him at all. He did reach out, and which was thrilling for me because I would love to get some games with him or something. But we've only really talked in DMs and stuff like that. But every time we do talk, nothing but positive things to say about him, man. He's just a positive guy, incredibly funny. I think he streams on Twitch. I think he also streams on Facebook. Get that bag, buddy. I'm here for it, man. I actually have my secondary content channel on Facebook. Check that out. You know, D Flawless, I think he's everywhere, man. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, just Twitter, you know. If you want to laugh and just meet a really funny, nice guy, you got to check out D Flawless. Check him out. Okay, next we have Ascendant Nomad. This dude is a PvP mastermind. This is like old school. I'm talking like Crucible playbook level, like back in the day when people were really hardcore stratting out, you know, deep in-depth content, like, you know, how to move, how to position yourself, how to, like, I don't know. It's very, if you're trying to improve at PvP, and you want a fresh new perspective, which is very analytical, very smart. No, like, I'm not saying he's robotic, but like he removes emotion from the equation. You can watch talented people who are very good at PvP, and when they get killed by something that, you know, kind of triggers them emotionally, they'll pop off and go on a rant about it. Oh, nerf this, nerf that, you know, yada yada. Nomad is very level-headed in his approach to PvP, which I think is a real breath of fresh air. Very, very refreshing. I know that if I ever have a specific topic about the sandbox or about a particular class, weapon, map, whatever, strategy, I can, without question, go to Nomad and have a fulfilling, engaging conversation where I know he's not going to fly off the handle. He's not going to rant and, you know, fucking pee his pants about how XYZ overpowered because it killed me one time during a trials carry, whatever. He just has that very rational approach in his content. 100% worth a watch. Even if you're not super into PvP, I would strongly recommend you check out his content because I think that it could give you a new look at something, and you might learn a couple of things, even if you weren't intending to in the first place. All right, next we have Court. This is an interesting one because Court, as far as I know, is not a streamer. He's not a YouTuber, but he is now a member of a podcast with a couple other homies of mine from the Massive Breakdown family. Court is the newest member of the Massive Breakdown family. If you listen to the podcast that I'm on, called Firing Range, which is me, Cami Cakes, Drewski, Cool Guy, and Mercules. Mercules is a member of Massive Breakdown, long standing in Destiny 2, or actually Destiny 1 podcast, which is still going very strong. Court is the newest member, and if you have seen me on Twitch, anytime I'm trying to get really deeply analytical with certain weapon perks or buffs or debuffs. Do these debuffs stack? Do these buffs stack? Do they not stack? There is a master Excel document that I have bookmarked, and it's top of shelf, top of mind. It is Court's Excel document, which is so well put together. And if I have any questions about weapon perks, PvE perks, stacking, whatever, he is completely the guy that I'm going to go to. I DM him on Discord. Maybe I shouldn't blow him up too much, but I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you. He's just a really friendly guy, and he's so smart, man. I have never seen a more organized, professional number guy in the D2 community, an unsung hero, 100%. You should check him out on Twitter. You should find his document. I will try to link it down below in the video description, and you should bookmark that shit. I'm thrilled to hear that he is now a member of the Massive Breakdown family. Well-deserved, great guy. Check out that podcast no matter what. Big shout out to Court. Okay, next we have Ibontis. Ibontis is a really great guy. He's a member of Last Rites Gaming, which is an organization I used to be a part of. A bunch of great people over there. He's got a YouTube channel, which completely deserves more attention. He's got a Twitch channel, which completely deserves more attention. He's not yet at the 100K club on YouTube. I'm looking at his channel right now. Not yet a member of the 100K club, but all his content is very well done. He's not the kind of guy, I think, that takes content very lightly. I think when he puts the video together, I think he does a really good job. And I think he's great to talk to. Every time I'm looking in those situations where I need somebody to come join me for, private lobby testing for whatever bullcrap I'm trying to put together for YouTube. I just need somebody. I'm like, hey, help me figure out, this thing about the perk Thresh or whatever. I can DM him if he's on, and he's usually down to help. Spoken with him on several occasions on podcasts. He actually has his own podcast, which I'm going to finally be on. Speaking of that podcast, it's called The Last Word podcast, and the other co-host, who I should also shout out, super great guy. I'm actually, one of the reasons I'm very disappointed that I can't go to Guardian Con anymore. Well, I mean, I can. Let's wait for this COVID bullcrap to blow over. But a long-standing tradition at Guardian Con was me seeing Lord Cognito kind of across the event space, and he just had this big smile come up, give the most fucking epic manly handshake ever, and we just shoot the breeze for a little bit. And I've always wanted to go on their podcast, and I'm so goddamn horrible at scheduling things. I'm just so goddamn awful at it. But I'm finally going to be on their show, I think pre-Witch Queen. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears peeled, I guess, for that. But either way, Ibontis and Lord Cognito, both. They are both so genuine and kind and great, and I really just don't have enough positive things to say about them. Check them out for everything they do. YouTube, Twitch, their podcast, follow them on Twitter. Great, positive, friendly, energetic sources, really great community members in D2. Next guy I want to talk to you about is Amaze, and this dude is really energetic and super upbeat. If you are looking for a content creator who has just nothing but positive vibes, nothing but upbeat mentality, always looking at the glass half full, the sun's always shining, you got to check this guy out. If you don't follow him, you may have already actually seen him on your Twitter feed, or I don't know, somewhere, because a lot of his content gets a ton of attention, as well it should. It gets retweeted and stuff like that. You've probably watched him popping off in PvP and freestyling at the same time, which, like, I can barely hold a conversation and pop off in PvP. I can't do those two things together. I can't pat my head and rub my stomach at the same time. Meanwhile, this fucking guy Amaze is out here, like, cranking 90s and tapping headshots and freestyling. Like, it's just, his content is so unique and it's very entertaining. Kind of a bummer that I've never met him IRL, because I would love to. If we're ever in a future world where COVID won't be a massive pain in my ass, I can go back to Guardian Con, you know, all that good stuff. Would love to buy him a beer. I reached out to him, I think the first time when I heard he was going to be the Bungie bounty, and I wanted to give a fellow content creator some good advice about the Bungie bounty. I made a video on that. He was appreciative, and we talked about content, talked about his content, talked about life. I feel like if I could pick a hype man, or maybe kind of like just to have some dude in my corner, you know, giving me pep talks when I'm maybe feeling down, or if I want to get motivated more, I would have this man on speed dial. I would love to see more YouTube content from him in 2022. I think he's currently kind of crushing it on Twitch. I think he's doing exactly the kind of stuff he wants to be doing on Twitch, which is great. Would love to see more YouTube content from this man. I just want to see him succeed. So shout out to Amaze, check him out. All right, next content creator I want to give a shout out to is Ekuegan, better known as EK. EK, just a huge mountain of a man, and he's really awesome. First met him out in the Washington area when I was lucky enough to go visit Bungie HQ. A couple other content creators were there. EK was one of them, and just a really down-to-earth guy. Wish I had met him earlier, because he's a really, really nice guy, and he's got great content on Twitch all the time. I will very frequently lurk in his streams. He's incredibly talented at PvE. If you are the type of person who is interested in maybe learning a better, more efficient strategy, especially if you're considered by yourself to not be that great of a PvE player, you want to bump up your PvE game, maybe Grandmaster Nightfalls or what have you, you got to check out EK. He is out there constantly helping people try to get through Grandmaster Nightfalls, especially if they've never done any before. I think last time I checked, he had some kind of outrageous number of Grandmaster Nightfall helps completed, Sherpas or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, he's just incredibly knowledgeable and very mellow, very good energy, always friendly, happy to chat about the mechanics of the game, happy to chat about anything, very welcoming to new people in the community. Terrific Twitch community. Again, not everybody I mentioned today is going to be pushing on that YouTube grind. Sometimes people just, you know, really love the vibe from Twitch, and they just want to make kind of Twitch their only home. Maybe they're just more into streaming than other content. But again, I would watch so much more YouTube content from EK if he wanted to put it out there in the world. Just a great content creator. Step up that PvE game, go have a good conversation, go join a great community, and check out EK. All right, now we got Pidgeon, which I'm very, very happy to announce that as of this morning, before I sat down to record today's YouTube video, I looked on Twitter, and Pidge has officially earned his checkmark on Twitch. He is now partnered on Twitch, which I know he was pushing for a long time. Well earned. A very energetic, very funny streamer that, you know, does games outside of Destiny. He's just a big mountain of a charismatic man, and he's actually Scottish, which God, it's always so cool to me, you know, the making friends with community members outside of my America bubble, you know. Dude, Pidge is just so goddamn funny. If I tune into his stream, it's always a really, really hilarious time. He's just really friendly. God, I wish him so well on his journey. I know he's been really grinding for that Twitch partnership, and really no one's earned it more. So congratulations to Pidge. No matter where you are, tune into him. Super funny, great guy. Next up, we have Silver Spear. Silver is a streamer, you know, she plays a lot of D2. She's actually really into Gambit, which, hey man, you know, it might not be my thing right now. Waiting on that Bungie Gambit revamp, by the way. When that revamp does happen, and if I want to talk to somebody who I think is going to really understand all the ins and outs of that new revamp, you know I'm gonna hit up Silver, because she's probably gonna be grinding it out hardcore. She's unbelievably kind, never has a bad thing to say. She's just so sweet and so charming. I always really wish her well. You know, content game is rough, man. Especially, I can only imagine being rough for a Gambit streamer, lol. She sent me a really sweet Christmas card, and I don't know, man. There's always people in the Destiny community that like, I just root for them hardcore because of just how kind and nice they are. And like Silver is 100% up there. So check her out. Really kind, really sweet vibes always. If you're just in the mood to be picked up, be cheered up, watch a little chill gameplay, unless you're playing Gambit, which she'll probably clap your cheeks. But yeah, check her out. All right, next we have Chibi Kim. So happy to recommend Chibi Kim to people. She is so goddamn nice. I think back in 2020, so a while ago, she was the community focus in D2, which was so well earned. I met Chibi Kim way back at Guardian Con in Florida. Can't remember what year, but very friendly. You know how you kind of have a friend, that one friend maybe in your group of friends who's kind of like a member of everybody's group of friends? That is totally Kim. So genuine, and every time I pop into somebody's Twitch chat to, you know, check up, see how they're doing, see how the stream's going, just catch up, whatever, I feel like Kim, there's like a 50% shot that Kim is already there. She's just very positive, very friendly. Every time she pops into my chat, she's always got something funny and friendly to say. She's just a very genuine person. So happy to promote literally anything that Kim is a part of. She's just a wonderful person. I'm so bummed that I haven't been able to go to like the last goddamn, I don't know, 2-3 Guardian Cons. Just such a killer emotionally, because I would love to hang out with Kim. She's always so great to talk to. I'm always checking out her Twitter feed because she loves to cook. She loves to bake, and goddamn do I love food. Every time I look it up, I'm like, damn, man, she's making like pizza or whatever. Like those, I just want to hang out with her. Chibi Kim, check her out. Wonderful person. All right, next up we have Lulu. Lulu, formerly Lulu Soccer. Don't know what the deal was with that name. Never asked her about it, but Lulu now for short. And even though she is a partnered streamer, so I mean, she definitely has some attention, but I mean, I think she deserves way more. Ultra kind person and very talented PvE player. And she specializes in, like, at least last time I checked, you know, raid help, end game level PvE assistance, and very knowledgeable about the game, very friendly and welcoming. If you're a new player looking to get a little more info, a little bit more like, who should I watch to give me a little bit more perspective on, you know, how to raid, how to do end game PvE stuff. To me, that would be Lulu. Again, I wanted to reach out to her to be a part of my day one raid team. It was a little bit too late on that, but you know, she's also, in addition to being a streamer, she's a full-time registered nurse, which right now, God, I can't even imagine, man. She does her streaming schedule around her hours working as a nurse. She is just an unbelievably generous and kind person. Met her such a long time ago at Guardian Con, and she just had a warm, very friendly vibe, and I kept checking her out on Twitch, and it's like, oh, I totally get it. She's terrific. So, you know, if you're looking for just a friendly person, or you're looking for those smart PvE strats, man, I strongly recommend Lulu. And if she does hear this, you know, I hope she continues to fight the good fight going on in the world right now as a registered nurse. So big shout out to Lulu. Okay, next up we have Nem, aka Nem Plays. Known this dude for a really long time, back in the Planet Destiny days. Dedicated Warlock player, which, you know, respect, man. Shout out to the fellow Warlock bro. Nem is a great guy. He's always rocking that dark, edgy Warlock fashion, but gotta check him out. I think last time I checked, he is a dedicated Void Warlock player. Don't know if that's changed, but he's a very blinky boy. And I know anytime I'm gonna have a conversation with Nem, that it's always going to be a good talk. He's just a really friendly dude. He also happens to play, if you're into Dead by Daylight, which I don't know if you know this about me, but I've been playing a ton of that game kind of like offline, and it's sort of like my secondary game. We actually made a 50 games of Dead by Daylight video. If you're into my 50 games of blank video, I made one for Dead by Daylight. Nem is just a fantastic D2 player, and he's a great teammate for Dead by Daylight. I love playing with him. He's funny enough a Nemesis main. I don't know if that's intended or not, but yeah, he's a great guy. I wish I could go back to, you know, meet him again at Guardian Con, hang out with him. I'm not gonna hang you out, Nem, don't worry. gonna hang out with you, buy him a beer. Just a fantastic guy. Check him out on Twitch. Check him out anywhere. Great guy. All right, next up we have OB Katie Cat, who is really funny and has a very particular kind of vibe that I think if you check her out and her stream and or Twitter maybe resonates with you, I feel like you've definitely found kind of like a new home. She's very charming. Little extra. She's a little extra, but I think that's part of her charm. She has kind of changed her content around a little bit, which is very hard to do, by the way. Very hard to establish yourself as one type of streamer and then kind of evolve into a different type of streamer. She's a what is it called there, Anna? She's a VTuber. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I got it. She's a VTuber. So if you're into the VTubing, you know, or you just want some good hearty laughing, you know, you want a good chuckle, you want to giggle, you got to check out OB Katie Cat. She doesn't only play D2. She's getting more and more into the VTubing scene. Got that cool ass character design. I think she's a real sweetheart. Big shout out to OB Katie Cat. She's great. Check her out. I just know it's not even a I hope, I wish. I know her. Her content is going to continue to evolve. So shout out to her. Go check her out. All right, next up is Drewski. I know my man is already partnered on Twitch. Very well earned. But honestly, to me, it's a crime that Drew is not yet at the 100K club on YouTube. Literally a crime. Drew's content is Drew's an artist, man. I feel like there are people out there who are gonna put out YouTube content because they know the algorithm game. I try to make sure that all the content I put out is either informative or entertaining or some kind of mixture of the two. Drew is like, he's going to put out content when there's a topic that he feels passionate about. There is no filler on Drew's YouTube channel. It's all killer, no filler. He's only going to make videos about things that he's passionate or very knowledgeable on. And I really respect that about him. I challenge you to find other people who have the deep level of understanding of the game that Drew has. I defy you. I mean, there are people out there who are at his level. The depth of understanding and the ability to talk about the game with a level head. And, you know, if before Drew opens his mouth on anything, any topic, he's going to pour countless hours of research into whatever it is he's going to talk about. I wish the YouTube algorithm was more favorable. I know that the YouTube algorithm is mostly favorable to people who post on YouTube a lot, but if there was anyone who truly deserved to leap hard over the 100K threshold, it would be Drew. I strongly encourage you to check out his YouTube and Twitch channel. He does great on Twitch, which is good. I want him to do even better. I know he's also, if you're down with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Drew's got that tactical PvP mind, and he is a big lover of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think he's actually making a new YouTube channel to focus on Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, which, like, I'm not personally into Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I do want to see how the man's strategies play out. Who knows? Maybe it's something I could get into, but I just know that whatever topic, whatever game Drew's going to approach, he's going to approach it with a very tactical perspective, which I strongly appreciate. I've nothing but good things to say about him. You gotta check him out. Next person I want to talk about is Critter. Critter is a really talented PvP player, and if you are looking for a guy to help you go flawless in trials over the weekend, Critter is your dude. He's very adept at PvP. The man knows what he's doing. I know that doing a trials carry can sometimes be like a little bit of a dice roll. You want to play with a Sherpa who not only is good and talented at the game and knows what they're doing, but just a good dude. You want to play with someone who is friendly, who's going to show you the ropes, not, yell or criticize or laugh or whatever when you make a bad play. They're there to elevate you. They're to elevate you and elevate your game and let you know that, like, oh, you made a bad play, man? Don't worry about it. It's just a game, bro. Who cares? Like, here's our game plan. Here's what we're going to try and do, yada, yada, yada. You want to play with people who are smart, talented, and also, I would rather play with a good dude with a 95% track rate of success with carries than play with a 100% success rate of carries with a guy who is going to put you down if you make the wrong play or, something like that. So Critter deserves way more views on Twitch. Great guy, great streamer, great player. Check him out. The final guy I want to talk about today, and before I, say his name and all that stuff, I want to make sure that people know that I could have made this video 10 hours long. There's so many people in this community who I have incredibly positive things to say about. More on that in a minute. But the final guy for today's video that I want to talk about is my boy Time, aka Stadia Time. I met Time a while back when the cheating epidemic in trials and in PvP was so bad on PC that I had a brainstorm to move temporarily to Stadia because it's literally impossible to cheat on Stadia. So I went over there, no meme, to play for a good long time in trials only. I met this guy there who we played against him, and he was a Bow Ariana user. Hold your booze. And he had an ungodly number of kills on his Ariana, and I thought it was kind of like a weird, interesting build, and he crushed with it, man. I think the first time we fought him, we barely edged out the win. And then the next time we fought him, he beat us, and it turned into this, he was kind of like the hidden boss of Stadia, because Stadia is not a very populated platform. But I had to reach out to him and DM him to talk to him about his interesting build. And for the point of view, for the POV of a content creator, I'm always wary about who I reach out to or who I want to talk with on the microphone. Sometimes when I'm streaming on Twitch, and I've got a voice chat going and someone's like, hey, can I join the voice chat? Even if it's someone I've known from my Twitch chat for a long time, I'm always kind of nervous about bringing somebody into voice chat because, even though we've talked via text or typing for a while, you just worry that something monka is going to come out of their mouth. So I chatted with Time first time on voice chat, and holy crap, man, he just oozes charisma. I never, it's so funny to me to think if there's kind of like a multiverse, the multiverse reality where I never decided to reach out to Time. What a shitty reality, because the truth of the matter is, out of a lot of people who I've made friends with in the D2 community over the years, I really hope that I maintain a friendship with this guy for a long time, because he is so nice. He's literally a very, very good friend. Disgusting at PvP. I mean, he does main bow, so take it with a grain of salt. Just kidding. He's fantastic at PvP. If I'm gonna try and help somebody go flawless in trials, I'm gonna reach out to him. If you watched our video on the sponsored YouTube video I did on Rainbow Six, if I want to play content with just a funny, friendly, chill guy, I'm gonna reach out to him. Pretty much, he's like the Swiss Army knife of friends. I feel like I can just hang out with him and laugh and have somebody to talk to. He's just, seriously, he's just an unbelievably friendly guy, and he's not even an affiliate on Twitch. He's so weird. He's got the views, man. He wants people to just watch and hang out. I think he could easily make partner, I feel like, if he wanted to. He's actually on my day one raid team for Witch Queen, and I'm thrilled that he is. He's great at PvE. Anything that you bring up, I could have good things to say about him. I don't think he wants to be a full-time content creator. I have no idea. He's pursuing some very prestigious degree in school right now. He's a smart fucking cookie. I think he's too good for the world of full-time content, but as long as he is streaming, which I know he is, he's funny, his stream is great. If you go to his stream, you're going to laugh. Please check him out. Now, before we end the video, there's one thing that I have to say. One of the reasons I feel like I didn't make a video like this until now is I'm always so afraid that if I leave somebody off this video of positive, great, entertaining, wonderful people to talk about in the D2 community, that someone is going to get their feelings hurt, which I never want. I have the memory of a goldfish, but not even that. I could make this video 10 hours long. I could sit here and tell you of all the unbelievably incredible people who you should also be watching. Jova rated cool guy, Cammy, Mercules, I could go on and on and on and on. Tiddly and Aura, just so many great people who you should check out. And people who don't even stream who I'd love to just shout out in general. People like Aries, just an unbelievably great, caring, friendly guy. I could go on. The Destiny 2 community is filled with excellent people, and I just didn't want to make this video like 10 hours long. But please know that there are far more people out there in this community that are absolutely deserving of views and attention, and they have built incredibly great communities that are so deserving of your attention. I will try to list more down in the comment section below, but also I encourage you, if you're listening or watching today's video, comment down below in the comment section and tell me who are your streamers, who are your people, who are the folks that you want me to check out, who you strongly back and stand by. I want to hear from you, so let me know down in the comment section. I think the community is ever growing, and there are a bunch of people who I can't wait to check out. Hopefully from the comment section, I'll find even more great communities to check out and be a part of. Anyway, kind of a long video today. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate you all. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll see you next time.